Tonight, Republicans are responding to Governor Andrew Cuomo's call for Democrats to shut down the federal government if there aren't new gun control laws put into place. This news comes just days, of course, after last week's deadly shooting at a college campus in Oregon. Joining us now, our political analyst, New York Post political columnist Fred Dicker. And Fred, what are you hearing?
Well, Ed Cox, the head of the state Republican Party, Cody, really blasted the governor. He's saying, these are his words, that the governor is callously seeking to exploit the Oregon tragedy to promote himself nationally as a leader of what Cox called the left wing of the Democratic Party. And in fact, the governor's call, which was pretty dramatic, the Democrats regularly condemn the Republicans for trying to hold up the federal government, not pass a federal budget for their own purposes, perhaps, to cut off money to Planned Parenthood. No Democrats are backing the governor up on this one, though. He's out there by himself. I think the Republicans are raising some legitimate questions because added to their criticism is this. They're saying if the governor's serious about cracking down on gun crimes, why doesn't he propose tougher laws here in New York to give additional penalties to people who use firearms illegally in criminal conduct?
Now, where do lawmakers go from here? Certainly a holdup of Congress doesn't seem like it's feasible. I mean, Republicans tried it with Planned Parenthood and kind of backed off here. But when we're talking about having a serious debate about gun control or what needs to be done, where do you go from here?
Well, I think it's worth pointing out. It's a good question. The governor hasn't said what he has in mind. He passed what he called the SAFE Act a year and a half ago, and he said it was going to prevent gun crimes in New York. It doesn't seem to have worked. A lot of law enforcement people say it's useless. So nobody, if it was an easy answer, I think people would have taken that action by now. I think the governor can legitimately be faulted for using this issue for his own purposes. He's getting some publicity out of it nationally, that's for sure. It's going to be interesting, Cody, to see what he does in January. That's when he delivers his State of the State. Will he have some specific proposals for here in New York, or will he not?
All right, well, we'll have to wait and see. Fred, thanks so much. Reminder, you can hear Fred's radio program live from the state capitol every weekday morning from 10 to 11 on Talk 1300 AM.